Yeah. Do what
I
you
have to.
Mhm.
Some people
It
can't feel
must.
what they feel because they're locked up. Everybody, it's Locktober. Happy Locktober, everybody.
Happy
This is the
Locktober!
episode.
Happy Locktober!
This is a great show. Before we begin, I'm Nicholas Tanek. This is your kinky friends. This show is YKF Sundays, YKF Sunday sessions with Nicco Noire, Nicholas Tanek. It is Locktober. It is Sunday, the 20th of October, 2024, and we are deep into Locktober. We're kinky people. Everything we say
deep.
is well deep. Well deep. Everything we say is between consenting adults. We're adults.
Right.
We're consenting adults.
And after last show, allegedly. I think everything we say should be alleged.
Alleged, yeah. Because we did a Diddy show, a show about Diddy, and wow, did that get wild. But yeah, everything, this is for adults, it's by adults. Don't judge. Judge. Have fun. Life is short.
Right.
Simple as that. Let's go. It's a chastity show. So we are here with the magnificent Nicco Noire. Oh.
Hello.
And also Goddess Starla. Now, these two women, I have to say, these are legends. These two women are legends in the kink community. I am honored to be friends with them. Not only that, you should be honored that you could hear their voices, that you could hear her laugh. You could hear Nicco laugh right now. You should be honored. You should be thankful that you're in their presence.
Yeah.
Could be. So, Goddess Starla's in Montreal, from Femdom Bride. For those who don't know, chastity is has been a major aspect of play and kink, and with Nicco Noire and myself. I'm currently in chastity right now. In the words of Chastity Queen, the best chastity advice is the one that fits. So let's start just by going around. Nicco, how are you celebrating that?
How am I? Well, I have all of my gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got cock rings and chastity galore. Do you want thingamabobs? Bitch, I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I've got more. I am locking cocks all month. That is what I'm doing. And it's been fun because people come in and they're exploring, and I've seen a lot of clients this month who have never really gone into chastity, and they've heard about Locktober and they want to know what it's about, and they take 1 or 2 hours and have fun with it. And so I've been having a lot of fun with Locktober, and it's been very lucrative in a very nice gifting way, and I like that shit. How about you, Starla? What's going on?
I have less chastity devices because I downsized because I moved and I'm now living in Calgary. But I've been doing some long distance play, and I feel like people are just really excited about Locktober, and they're hitting me up, and I feel like it's really bringing out the masochism in people. So I feel like I get to find out where all the real masochists are hiding out.
See, masochism. Now, it's funny that you should say that. I have an ongoing conversation with the Norwegian, and he refuses to believe that he's a masochist. Mind you, he's been in chastity since the first, and I haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
the power of denial is strong.
It's more than just a river in Africa, people.
Cute.
So the question, is anyone locked now? Nicco, is anyone locked right now? I know.
I just told you, Nick. Are you not hearing me?
Well,
I'm glad that you're. Well, that's what I'm saying. I've kind of had an influx of new clients who are curious, like, what is chastity? What's it about? why should I let you do this to me? And it's like, well, you know. And so I've had a lot of people exploring and who've never messed with chastity before, and so it's been a lot of fun because some people, it's kind of one of those things that you either love it or you hate it. I don't think it's an in between situation.
Do you find it getting a little more popular? Like it's like everything, it comes and goes. It gets really popular, then it's not as popular anymore, and then it gets. But there's this Locktober, I'm seeing a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot of people talking.
Yeah,
about
everyone's
it.
coming out of the
Popular
woodwork
year.
to be part of
Right.
Locktober. People are hitting me up. Oh my God, Starlight, you're celebrating Locktober. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's
Well,
fun.
and
It's fun.
I've got some friends who have these crazy they've got these things where it's like they have to get paid X or gifted rather, whatever, X amount of whatever per day that they're locked up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
So,
well, that's fantastic. But my long-term person that I have, the Norwegian, who will be here tomorrow, how excited must he be? Locktober is yet to even hit him.
so how long are you planning on keeping him locked for?
Well, he's here for a week. So I think that I'm going to let him out eventually. I'll let him, I don't know, on and off. But I promise you this, he'll leave with it on.
Oh, okay. Starla, any thoughts on this?
I've been busy
For
with
how long?
life, and as soon as October hit, it was like Christmas Day for a
Right.
month. Like I couldn't believe the switch overnight, and just how everyone was just so eager to start getting locked up October 1st. So
Everyone wants to date.
Super festive.
it's been so festive. And yeah, I started, like, I closed my OnlyFans from Montreal, and then I'm starting a new OnlyFans. And then as soon as I started making videos again in spirit of Locktober, like I got an inpour of happiness. So it's nice because I was like,
Well, you're the queen.
yeah, I don't. Well, you gotta
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
just.
I have to say this.
Thanks,
And I've
guys.
said it before.
Thanks. It's
I've said
been
it before,
so.
but you are an inspiration, Starla. You are. Seriously, you are a muse.
Oh, thank you. Well, it
This
just.
whole life.
Yeah, it's
I've been
really.
inspired by you, your art, everything.
But I just. It's so sweet that this month people have been, because my circumstances have changed so much, and I'll get people hitting me up and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to do a show for you." And they show me all their masochism skill, like, and
Right.
it's just really cute, all of the shit that they can do to their balls, and like
And
like,
they're so
tying it
excited
up.
to show you.
Yeah, tying it up
I
like
mean, like-
freaking origami. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, I'm gonna sit and witness, but are you really? We're still into this? Like half an hour into it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna it's late, so I'm gonna go to bed. But if you still want to be tying up your balls under your staircase, like, go for it. Like,
Right.
chained up. Well,
Send me a video.
Well, I guess he's tying up his balls with one hand, but like tying himself under the stairs, and yeah, like just
That's good. Yeah.
It like it makes me forget how theatrical this shit is, and like people's own imagination, because they are like a set designer, and they're like, okay, the lighting has to be all dark and moody, and I'm gonna go in the basement with the cement and like tie myself up and look like a kidnapped
Cement.
like victim. And it's like, oh wow, like self-directed, this is really impressive. And then the masochism on top of that is like, it's the cherry on top. But yeah, so I've been I've just been, because I like really step back into normal life for a while, and then when I come back, I'm like, this has been simmering in the pot the whole time, and you guys are giving me a show, and it's just it's special.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another guest with us. A very good friend of mine, an old friend of the show. Miss Cassidy. Miss Chastity Queen.
Hi.
Right.
I'm so excited that I could make it. I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, we're glad you're here.
Right on time.
So
Better late than never.
please,
Exactly.
you're a friend of the show. You are a dominatrix. You have your own style, as everyone does. Please tell Starla and Nicco a little bit about yourself.
Goodness, I wasn't expecting that. So I'm switching gears right now. I was just dealing with like emotionally heavy vanilla stuff before I signed on here, and I did that on purpose so I could like just turn that off and focus on something fun and cool instead. But it's going to take me a second to like catch up. You know what I mean? Not catch up to what you're doing, but turn my brain off. So I'm cast. I'm
celebrating Locktober. We're basically.
I'm really not. So I'm kind of. I don't know if you caught this or not. Like I'm slowly getting back into the swing of things. But I took an extended hiatus after after my mom passed last year. So I am not really participating. I'm only participating in Locktober vicariously by watching other people engage in it. At the moment, I just don't have the time or the bandwidth for it, which is sad. I wish I had been in the zone for it before now. Because torturing, I did get to so today I did get to torment and tease a new to me subby, so that was good. I made him clean my car and thank me for my time that he spent cleaning my car. That's always fun, right?
Yeah.
I had like 3 volunteers, and then they all like flaked on me, and I'm coming to New York tomorrow, by the way, so I imagine you're going to want to talk and we'll go to lunch or something, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But I was like, I can't go to New York with my car dirty and I can't clean it myself. So somebody's got to fix that.
Yeah.
So, Starla, we're talking about Locktober. Is you're saying you have people lining up. October 1st comes around. Everyone wants to go to the prom. Everyone needs a date, basically. For right? What do you do when the people are late? So we're already 20 days into Locktober. It's almost over.
Yeah.
People coming in like, oh, lock me up.
Oh, well, I mean, life gets in the way. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But I mean,
That's true.
Late bloomers. Come on, give them a shot. Give them a shot.
Just lock them up and keep them there until November something, right?
Yeah.
October is a long month, first of all.
31 days.
Secondly,
It's a
I
long
think it's better
Olympics.
late than never, I mean, if somebody wants to book a session and spend an hour or two in a cage, I'm happy to facilitate that. But it's definitely too late in the game to do anything like Locktober-ish. I think that you should start at the beginning of the month if you mean it.
15% off. Offer code YKF. Locked and Less. It's a great starter kick. I personally like the metal, and everything like that. Chastity Queen said, the best chastity device is the one that fits. I fully believe in that. Let's go.
Where's she?
Question. Oh, she's around. Chastity Queen, come by. Stan Vladimir asks, if you could make your own custom chastity device for your subs, what would it be, and what kind of features would it include to enhance the experience for you and them? Would it have GPS? Maybe play Spotify? So, but if you make your own chastity device, what would it make? What would you do?
Well, I did make my own chastity device. Actually, I during COVID, I carved a humbler.
Sweet.
Like, yeah, I carved a humbler. So, yeah, I did.
Was this a new skill or something you were doing a past time during COVID, or like do you do?
It was just something I was doing. It was something I did pass time doing COVID, and I was like, God damn it! Like I don't know what else to do. I might as well whittle fucking wood. And then I thought it was funny to myself because I was alone for so long that I was like going like half cuckoo, and I'm like, I might as well fucking whittle wood. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll whittle wood. And so I started. I literally I was like, the irony was thick there.
So while some people
But
were
yeah.
learning how to bake bread or crochet doilies, you were whittling a humbler.
I made a humbler.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
The Norwegian could attest to it.
Oh wow!
I'd want to make a device that has a vibrator built into it
Yes.
so that it vibrates. Like
No.
I've had people locked up and I'll hold Hitachi wand on it so that it vibrates, but it would be cool if it could vibrate on its own and
Or anytime you want. Like I
Yeah,
would
with
I
a
like
remote-
the remote, the
Well,
Bluetooth situation. Yeah. Or a
Yeah.
zapper.
No,
A zapper, there you go. Or something that zaps if they start to get a little baby boner. It'll just like give them a little reminder you gotta knock it off.
Stop it, stupid. I didn't say
You know
you
what?
could do that.
I've never been sounded. I've had catheters in me for health reasons, you know, for surgery. But I've never been sounded. Not necessarily my thing. Would a sound in a chastity device, because I've seen that, but a vibrating
seen that.
sound?
I haven't seen that.
Vibrating? You've seen a vibrating sound? Is that something? That
No, I've seen a
I've-
sound in a cage, but not a vibrating one.
yeah.
They
I've seen
totally
an
have
electric
electrified.
sound. I
Yeah.
used to have one. I don't know. It was not something that the average subby could take. Like even the average subby into electric play couldn't take it actually in the sound. It's a lot, I imagine.
I've never seen a
Got the
vibrating
scariest electric sound off of Temu. First of all, it was all in Japanese, and I couldn't. It was like there was like 15 different modes on it, right? And I'm like looking at, I'm like, what the fuck does this say? I don't know what it says. It's all in Japanese. I'm like, I don't even. So I'm like, I'm going through it. Well, I'm not gonna fucking sound myself, and I'm, so I'm like, okay, so what do we do with this? Well. So I'm like looking around. I'm like looking in my phone for like a super pain slut. I'm like, who's brave enough to let me fuck with the Temu sound? No one yet.
I'd be afraid
looking at
with
my phone
something
for a
like
pain
that
slut.
of it backfiring and zapping you in the process. Like if it's too inexpensive, I'd be afraid of it malfunctioning.
Girl, I am grounded. I have gloves on. I am grounded. I fear
Fair
no
enough.
dark alley. I will electrocute the shit out of someone's dick. You
That's
knew what
that's
you were
so
getting
funny.
into when you came in, my friends.
That's so funny. You have your list because I work on my little black book. I need like if I don't have people in my Rolodex, I have anxiety. I'm like, I need to be able to choose. Like, oh, I need somebody for this. Yeah.
I should have prefaced with, I made myself sound much fancier. It took me a cool ass a minute. Like I was like digging. I was like, who's brave? Who's gonna be a big boy? No one. Imagine that. They're all gonna be little girls. And I love them for it.
One thing I wanted to talk about was the romance of chastity. I see a lot of chastity play, and it's a lot of its humiliation, which is great, whatever. And that plays a lot into it. But I do, my personal experience with it hasn't been one of humiliation. Sunshine is here. She's going to be on the show. We'll talk about that, about the whole thing. But we kind of play it differently. I think that everybody plays the role with chastity play. They have a unique take on it. So do you have a unique take on your own? Do you have your own style when it comes to chastity play? Some people, for example, Daddy Delilah and Nikki Graziano, permanent chastity. They're a couple who I'm friends with,
Permanent
a
chastity.
lot of humiliation. What? Permanent chastity. Like Nikki's always locked up, 20, no pussy free for life. That's what they say. That's the narrative. Who knows if it's 100% true? That's the narrative.
She's just cuckold him forever.
Oh yeah, check it out.
Okay.
I'll send you the link. It's awesome.
I like
Very
it.
interesting
Send us the
stuff. And they're great. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of humiliation involved. I mean, she's fucking another guy while he's locked up, and she's spitting on him at the same time, calling him like a loser. There are other
Yeah,
ways to
I want
with
send me a
that
link to that.
besides humiliation. Oh yeah, oh it's great. I want to have her on the show. Delilah, get at me. So I'm wondering when the lock goes on, what's the first thing you say? What's your tone? What's your style? Because everyone's got a different style of playing with it. So Nicco, as soon as you hear that lock click, what do you say? What do you do?
Well, so my long-term lockup is several states away from me. And so I basically just sent him a text and I said, "Oh, guess what? It's Locktober." So, and he protested. He tried. He was like, "Oh, it's very early." And I'm like, "If you want to play the game, you have to play by my rules." And so he did. And so he put it on. He put the keys in the mail. He sent them to me next day. And he took a picture of his very, 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 very unhappy penis.
Yeah.
And so he's been like that since the first, and I have yet to see him. So this was all done over a text. That's my style.
Sorry. As soon as you hear the lock go click, what do you say? What do you do?
What
How
do
would you
I
describe
say?
the mode you're in? Yeah, what's your mode you're in? How would you describe yourself?
I like so I had someone who had an ignore fetish. So I really like the sensation, the masochism, the pleasure, but also the ignorance and just the blaseness of just leaving him.
I don't care about your dick.
Just I'm gonna go for a
Yeah.
cup of coffee and you can wear that thing and do what you want, and the control and everything, but also I'm gonna do other things knowing that you're like that. So I guess it's the denial of attention too.
Right.
But when you ask what is the theme, what is the concept, what is the style, and I'm just really when I step back from this world of BDSM, I am just drawn to the masochism, to like the sensation of masochism. It is like I can feel the energy, I can feel the burn like of some, and it's not even necessarily so much me inflicting the pain, it's the person consenting and maybe inflicting pain on
Oh, you're a
themselves.
hardcore empath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to feel, so I'm happy when the other person is happy and they're in pain and they're happy. Like I can feel it. I can feel the burn and the desire and the pleasure.
It's electric. Yeah.
So when I feed off of that, but maybe I feed off of that from a distance. So
I'm gonna come
Miss
visit
Cassidy?
you.
What's that?
Miss Cassidy, when you hear the lock go click, not something changes in the sub, but also something changes in you. So what do you say? What do you do? How describe how you're feeling as soon as you hear the lock go click?
Well, in general, I'm such a tease, and even more so when somebody that is my favorite thing. So if somebody just can't get anywhere from here, if they're in person, I certainly like to amp up the flirting factor, and lots of reminders that you're never, ever, ever going to get to fuck me, you poor thing. And if it's a long distance type of thing, I usually assign amount of time.
I think we might have lost her. This goes to the question: why do people want to be denied?
I have no fucking idea. I hate if somebody. You know what? I would never in a million years elect to be miserable for any duration of time because I'm an instant gratification human being. So I don't understand this, and I never ever will. But I'm happy to facilitate it.
it comes from a place of free will. So you get to choose to be denied, and then you're also getting the attention from being denied. So it's kind of like a weird oxymoron or something. But trust me,
It's very catch-22-ish.
Yeah. And yeah, it's catch-22. So pretty much like I'm always flowing and coasting in some kind of catch-22.
Yep.
Some kind of paradox,
I like it.
Miss Cassidy, why do you think why do people
Pardon me.
Why do people what?
Why do people want to be denied?
Oh,
I think it's subs who want denied, who get like, it's the tipping point. I have to admit, when
Why do you enjoy it?
it happened this morning. It happened this morning. I was unlocked, right? After a long weekend, it is Locktober. I was unlocked. Oh, she's about to tell her story, and
Let Sunshine tell the story.
Well, I'll confirm it, but we're waiting on it right now. So so I'm fucking her, and she's holding the chastity device, and she's saying, as soon as you come, I'm going to lock you back up. For some reason, that just puts me right over the edge. And like, it's the role play. It's the fantasy. I know we don't live it 24/7. We can't. We have to go to the bank sometimes. We got to go see our parents. Do shit. I can't go in their French maid outfit all like, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, you can. You should ask the Norwegian about the Thanksgiving he spent with his family one year with a vibrating Bluetooth butt plug in his asshole for 6 hours.
Nice. That's great.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Speaking, Sunshine is here. Is she here? Can you hear me? Oh, she might be on mute.
Hi.
Sunshine, can you hear me?
There
Hi.
she is.
Hi,
beautiful.
Here.
hi.
Hello. Cassidy, it's very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. My screen is so tiny I can't see anything. Oh, there it goes.
That's right. She's a picture. It's fine. Starla,
Hi.
since I have you, I need to
Yes.
tell you that I love your work.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I don't get a chance to tell you live, so I thought I would tell you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
For anybody who doesn't know, the voice that you're hearing, this is the infamous Sunshine. This is who Nicholas is always speaking of when he talks about Sunshine. This is who he's talking about. This is his person, and
His queen.
his queen. And I think that you guys have a really interesting dynamic where you take Locktober out of just Locktober, and not that you live it 24/7, but it's something that you implement in your play on a regular basis. It's not just you're fetishizing kink month or this, that, or the other thing. It's something that you do as a part of play. What do you get out of that kind of play? Because it's seemingly very one-sided. Right.
Well, I will say, as much as Nicholas is not a masochist, as I am not either, we're both very much sensualists. However, I really am a bit of a sadist. So that's where my little, Nicco, when I hear you do your cackle, I'm always cackling at the same time you are, because it just, when people are being just absolutely destroyed, it makes me so happy. But I love my sub, and I don't want him to be destroyed.
Right.
I think tease and denial, what we really do is he gets locked and unlocked every few days. And this is just across the board all the time. He likes to be, actually, we both do, but in this respect, when he's in chastity, he wants to be teased. He wants to be driven crazy, which is perfect,
right,
because I want to drive him up a wall until he is so simped out, he can't do anything but pay attention to me. I mean, he pays attention to me all the time, but I mean, just absolutely just a puddle of just simp. And I revel in that.
Oh God.
It's very powerful.
It's funny to see his face. Yes, he does. He absolutely revels in
You
it.
are every shade of red that ever existed, Nicholas. Oh my God. You should see your face. I mean, truly, that's fantastic. I feel almost like I feel like I should take a screenshot of you right now.
But we use it because, go ahead, take the screenshot. Maybe I'll make him redder. I don't know. We use it as, I guess you said tease and denial. It's definitely that really, the power exchange is really what it does for me. When he's locked and dressed and collared for me, that's my.
Do you ever use it to be evil?
I really don't. We're not into humiliation, degradation.
Sure.
And we're just, that's why our kinks line up so nicely. We're just, neither of us really, really like that. But
You're there for the good times. Yeah.
It's just a different style.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's just
bands have different styles.
There's no wrong way. There's no wrong way.
There's
It's
no
true.
wrong way. So I want to ask this to the group. We'll go around the room. Nicco first. I asked this to everybody, but who knows? Things change. Silicone, plastic, or metal? Nicco, silicone, plastic, or metal?
I have them all. I'm going to say, if you're going with long term, you have to wear what's comfortable for you. I would think that the silicone plastic, the softer ones, are probably going to be just more livable if you're going to do long term. If it's someone who's coming in who wants to be a little CBT slut, a little pain slut, I'm going to put a big heavy metal cock block on you. If you are afraid of that, because I mean, fuck, who wouldn't be? There are softer, gentler, but still hard, restrictive. And then there's, softer ones. So that is my rundown on stuff to put on your junk.
So you didn't make a decision. No. Starla, do you have a preference?
I love the metal. More for
Purist.
short term wearing, like for an hour, couple hours, but I love teasing through the metal. Just the bars, it looks like a cage. I like the metaphor of you are locked in a cage. Yeah, but as for long term, I've heard better success stories with like a plastic CB 6000, like the clear plastic ones, but some people like the silicone. But yeah, metal, I love the look of this is hot to me. Like
I'm gonna agree with that.
it's just
I like
cool.
the metal look.
So, but I know people's choice is the CB 6000, the plastic.
I also think it's a commitment thing, a money thing, because custom-made chastity devices are expensive. I have a custom-made one, and it was hundreds of dollars. But you know what?
You have a custom-made chastity device?
Yes.
That's fancy as fuck, Nick. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
The things we find out.
Well, I need to know more. I need to know more about that.
What
Because
you didn't know that, Nicco?
Well, a little bit. Like, I know you've got a big dick, Nick, but I mean, really? You have a custom-made chastity device? I mean, have you met the Norwegian? I don't have a custom-made device for him. You're making me look fucking bad, dude. What the fuck? I'm just playing.
I'll tell you, you know what? Honestly, it was a romance thing. It was like measuring, like, get it as a couple. Going with chastity, getting it together, measuring it together, ordering it together, going through the rings and stuff like that. It's fun.
I love your love.
Yeah, it's a.
My love does not look like that. It does not look like that. My love does not look like that. My love is fucking so much so.
Lucinda Mann says for the first of the month. Lucinda Mann's been locked from the first of the month. What else? Listen, the man has something else. True chastity story. An ex-mistress of mine threw my keys into the river. Thankfully, it was an old.
Okay, I have
that.
I'm glad she
have
managed to escape.
I have a story of someone being locked. They couldn't find the key, and the fire department came. Firemen came. And,
What?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
So wait, you got to tell us about it. So where are you? Who are you with? And who
No,
called
this is. It sounds like one of those old wives' tales, but I heard this from a reliable source about somebody else, and it, you know, like it's like one of that game when you play telephone, and so I'm gonna put it out there because it's fun to think about, but because you can just go to Home Depot and get bolt cutters, right? But I think they were just so panicked or whatever, and they like, I don't know, because it anyway, so the fire department came and helped him out. Poor guy.
Miss Cassidy, any fun chastity stories?
I've seen somebody break through. I've seen both sides. I've seen somebody explode a CB3000 because they were too big and they got hard and just burst the fucker. And I've seen somebody who was too itsy bitsy and they just slipped right out of the same style device. Just, it wasn't going to do anything for them. And the question of what type, I agree, the metal looks so good, but really what matters is what's going to fit them well and what are they going to be able to wear with their lifestyle. You can't put a metal one on somebody who's going in and out of TSA.
And that
you could,
brings
but
me.
Like that.
You
That might be a
can.
problem.
I promise.
That brings me to my next question or my next subject: airplanes going to the airport. Now, I've been in and out of airports my whole life. I never went with a chastity device, and I'm kinky as hell. Yeah, so please tell us the stories about, or how do you make your subs go through airports and get on airplanes?
So,
Nicco?
So I'm realizing now that I am a sadist. I am a sadist. Hi, my name's Nicco Noire. I'm a sadist. So so I feel like I can touch on all of these stories. So I used to make the Norwegian. Now he lives several states away. He has to fly to come see me. And I used to make him wear a metal chastity. Now I looked into it before I put him on it. But I liked making him lose his ever-loving shit every time he went through TSA. And I knew he was going to have to go through at least twice to and from. So that's the kind of bitch I am. Now, he doesn't do that anymore because it makes him nervous and he told me so. And so then I was like, oh, well, you just have to tell me. And he's like, that's all I have to do? Yeah, people, that's all you have to do. It's called fucking consent. Also, the same Norwegian with his big giant Norwegian dick, he exploded one of those plastic chastity devices when he was in Europe. Yes, I did send him to Europe with chastity on. Thank you very much, for a month and a half. And he exploded it. And instead of telling me, he chose to try to glue it back together.
Oh, I remember that.
And deceive me. And I lost my fucking mind. And that probably was the worst mistake ever because then the chastity didn't come off for a really long time. But that's a story for another day.
4 years.
I'm picturing super glue getting on privates and stuff, trying to glue it back together and burning your dick.
Yo, Miss Cassidy, who fucking glues a busted ass chastity device back onto their cocks and then in all of their genius, mind you, and they are, but in all this is how fucking crazy he was because he hadn't been. He goes and glues his dick back into his chastity and thinks that I can't tell.
Right, you'll never notice. Who ate that piece of cake, though, buddy?
Are you for fucking real?
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, sir. You have me fucked all the way up for someone completely stupid.
I wonder what kind of glue it was.
Who cares? The fact that he even did it was amazing and makes him my favorite person of all time.
Menstrual Sissy says on October 6th was the Femdom Ball in London. How many men attending do you think were locked up? Have you ever been to
All
an
of
event
them.
like that where all the
That's
men,
what I was going to say. I think all of them.
100%. 100, I'm going to say 110% because now there's always an extra 10% of because you can't just say men because it's going to be men and women, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be socially acceptable or socially, you know, I mean,
How many people?
boys can be girls and girls can be boys and they can all have their cocks locked. I mean, you know, whatever.
That's right.
when I see the Femdom Ball, I am in absolute awe. I want to go. I think we should go out there as correspondents, and that's one of the things.
Nick?
Claim it on your
I-
taxes and everything. I think you should. And then you should bring
I
us
think
along
we should-
too.
I think we should go and get a booth out there. I think we should go get a booth. And you know, they're having the New Orleans DomCon. I think is either this week or next week. And I'm not going. Oh, as to the Thanksgiving.
As to that Thanksgiving, I could swear everyone could hear the vibrating noise. Ah. Shout out to the Norwegian. We love you.
I put it on pound your ass like you're in prison for 6 hours straight. Happy Thanksgiving.
Good boy.
It was out of love. It was actually an accident. I thought I'd set it for like 30 minutes and I'd set it for like 3 hours. I felt awful actually, but he felt worse.
To make a point about Starla's love of metal, I personally like metal too. There's a permanence to it. There's something that's hardcore about it. It's more like punk rock.
Mhm.
You know? It's like industrial, right?
It's very commitment based.
Vladimir says, yes, the way how I view it is metal is hard made plastic, is normal silicone, is easy mode. Okay. Menstrual Sissy says, how do you like to keep the key? This is a great question, Menstrual Sissy. Thank you very much. How do you like to keep the key? Do you wear it proudly every day? Has anyone ever asked you with the key around your neck? Some people wear it around their ankle. Some people throw it in toilets. What do you do with your
Into
key?
the river.
I have a fantasy about making a wind chime. I love wind chimes. Like there's one behind me even. I have a fantasy of like having so many people in Chastity that I make a wind chime out of all their keys.
Starla.
That's so cute.
That is
I
the
haven't
best
done it
thing
yet.
I've ever heard.
So cute.
I'm about to Pinterest the fuck out of that.
Chastity Queen
I'm
chime.
on that like white on rice.
If you do it, you have to send me pictures of it.
Oh my God, I will. Absolutely will. I promise you.
Like Chastity Key wind chimes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. Nicco, I have to visit Nicco several times now, says the Norwegian, and gotten through the airport TSA screening, and I am terrified every single time. It's true. She did. She did.
That's what love looks like. I would just like to point that out.
Yeah.
And also, he is petrified every single time, and I know it every single time, and I just don't give a single fuck. But I love that but here's the thing. I looked into it. I know that it's never going to go off unless they have to feel him up, which, by the way, that's your own fault, Norwegian, if that happens. I know for a fact you're not going to set it off. I would never, ever put you in a position. And so it's the trust. I love that he trusts me. But I
What do
also
you
love
use
that he's still petrified.
The plastic lock for it, so there's like no metal parts going
No,
through.
I don't. No, I'm hardcore. Okay, so these where the fuck did I put them? So the regular metal chastity devices, they will not set off a metal detector. They're not made of the same metal that they're looking for.
Really?
So yeah, so same with the locks, same with the chastity devices. So and I looked into this. I researched it. I did the whole thing, and so
flagging on the when they can see what's happened. Like I've had my bobby pins flag and have to shake out my hair and stuff. Like it's not showing up on the
X-ray.
no.
I feel like my nipple rings have gone off before.
Yeah, I'm thinking things like that too.
My nipple rings, but see, it's the material they're made out
like
of.
your nipple rings are going to be a surgical grade stainless steel. I would have assumed the glass cages too, but it's not. I wonder what the metal grade
I'm
is then.
assuming if men made these, and let's face it, they did. They only care about their cocks enough to get what they want. They don't actually care about their cocks enough to use metal good enough to actually, care about their cocks. They don't care if that shit turns green and fucking falls off. Well, as long as they almost get to come.
There are ones made out of stainless steel though, and they're more expensive, but these ones are plated.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So
they are gonna chip like cheap costume jewelry, but there are like really good quality,
like shitty pots and pans. Yeah. It'll flake off eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, stainless steel is.
I would highly recommend. I mean, like I said, I have a custom made one.
What's yours made out of?
And a mature metal.
Solid fucking gold.
No, steel. Stainless steel.
Steel.
You don't have to
and regret.
Mature metal. I got it from mature metal, but it's custom made. I've had it for years, and it.
I fucking love that you have a custom made chastity device. You are so fucking fancy. You're the fanciest fucking. Your
you win. You win Locktober.
You literally win Locktober. Fuck! I've only been doing this half my fucking life, Nick. Thanks.
Go ahead, take that picture now.
I gotta go now, Nick. I know it's our show and all, but fuck you and Starla, you're so pretty. And Miss Cassidy, it was lovely to meet you. And you two fucking people in love making whatever. Can we go? I gotta go. I'm just playing, by the way.
We do have a question. Chastity belts. I do see the chastity belts, like the sissies with the chastity belts. Specifically, what's your opinion on that? The belts that go over the, they attach to it. It's supposed to.
I don't even fuck with those.
I had a young lady that wanted to be a female subby who wanted to be in a chastity belt, and we bought what I thought was a quality one, and I was so disappointed with it. It was so hard to work with. We couldn't really keep her in it for more than a few hours at a time because it just was impossible to clean and bitey and pinchy and all kinds of problems.
Yeah, I had one and it wasn't functional. It doesn't really do anything.
I think I would refuse my female subs. I'd be like, no, I'm sorry. I refuse chastity. I would refuse to let them wear chastity. They would have to figure something else out.
She was a long distance pet of mine. We saw each other infrequently. So I would have really liked for her to have been in a device 24/7.
I think all vaginas are so amazing that none of them should ever be behind lock and key. They should all be out and free and roaming, free range, grazing, doing what they do.
In a general sense, I agree. And I'm not inclined to be so possessive, but every once in a while you're like, well, that one's special and that one's mine.
Well, I think that's sweet. I do.
Stan Vladimir does point out, don't throw the chastity keys at the sea or the river. Think of the fish. Seriously, it's pollution. What do you got to get to the river?
I don't know. I can literally, do you know how angry you are? Do you know how fucking sick of your shit someone has to be? I mean, not just a little bit, not just kind of like, you know what? Just go stand in a corner. No, you're not standing in a corner angry. You're like, motherfucker, I hope your dick never use your dick again. And you're just out. You bounce. You throw that. I can feel it. I feel it. Yeah,
that's like a whole different level of sadism.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it's
like it,
lucky.
though.
You get to make a wish.
One of the things
When you throw the key in.
I do make a wish. You skip stones, like skipping stones.
Yeah.
Chastity King.
Hey, did Nicholas tell you the story of our Halloween? We had an early Halloween party that we went to.
Oh, I think I heard a little bit of this.
I have not heard about this yet.
Yes.
We went as a I was Dr. Sunshine, and I have a nurse's outfit that I wore without the hat. He was like, "Oh, are you a nurse?" I'm like, "No, I don't have the hat. I am a doctor." And he was like, "Okay, doctor."
I like that, by the way.
My white stockings, my white garters. And my partner was an escaped patient.
Oh, I did hear
And he was just wearing, a collar and a leash. And well, what you saw from the outside was a collar and a leash. And, we were at a party, so he was in his regular clothes with a hospital gown over it. And that was the start of our night. But then we went down to the dungeon, and we had also brought a straitjacket, or I had brought a straitjacket. So I said, "Okay, take your pants off." So we sat on the couch. He took his pants off and his shoes. And so he was left with stockings and garters and panties. And he was in chastity, of course. And then I got another sub to come over while I had Nicholas wrapped up and could not move, no arms, his legs. He would just sat there on the couch.
You guys should start an OnlyFans. I'm
And then I
serious. You
got,
think I'm joking?
And then I got another sub to worship my legs. And he was driven absolutely bonkers just because he wanted to join in. But I just kept shoving him back and telling him no. And it was super, super fun.
I thought it was funny that you're like, I want a massage. I don't want my legs worshipped. I want a massage.
Well,
You might as well be specific.
Well, I was like, I like what I like. I do love a light touch, but my feet really hurt that day. So I was like, can you massage a little bit? It was a good time.
I want to ask a group. So a lot of the thing about Sunshine's story was teasing. The whole thing, I was teased the whole time. It was wonderful. Wonderful. I loved it. And chastity, teasing is a major aspect of it. So are there new ways to tease? Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So are there new ways to tease? Starla was talking about the Tachi wand. That's like the classic way. Coming in pages from the Tachi wand. So it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. But are there new ways to tease? Like, I always want to be inspired. I like chastity play. What are some new ways to tease? Anyone?
There are. If it's not broken, don't fix it. There are no new wheels. We drive on the ground. Cars don't fly.
Well, what are some of your favorite ways to tease?
I like to hover my vagina in front of people's faces. That's my favorite way to tease people.
It's a great way.
I'll start with that.
I want
all right.
I want to mention exhibitionism because this is something I hadn't really thought about for a long time. And then someone gave me a show where he was doing CBT through webcamming. So men could just come in and it was a men's webcamming and guys would come and go. And I thought, fuck, this is a side of him I don't know. It's this hardcore exhibitionism where he had never done camming before. And then so it's kind of a tease. It's a
super
psychological tease, but I used to think about exhibitionism a lot, of course, with making videos and everything, but yeah, just and then I feel like the allure of that for me got put on the back burner, and then I've just been thinking about exhibitionism and how erotic that is.
Oh yeah,
I'll
people and
watch
they want to be
you.
seen. Sissy exposure,
If you want,
and I see-
if you need an audience, I am happy. I volunteer.
Yeah.
I volunteer myself. I will take one for the
Volunteer
team.
tribute. You will too.
Just saying. If you need a third person opinion, I will be that third person.
I appreciate that.
I never
Pleasure.
knew how much of a voyeur I was until I got into kink, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's 100% me."
Man,
I don't get enough shows. I've
Yeah,
When it comes to
decided just now.
exposure, though, sissy exposure is a huge fetish. I guarantee you, if all of you, if you go on Twitter now and say it's Locktober, show us sissies, show me your exposed cock. It'll just it'll never end. Next year, next Locktober, it'll come up. You'll get people answering. You know, it'll go all year. So people, why do you think people love to expose their caged cock to people?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because it's hard
don't
to
know.
hide what's really you.
Yeah.
I think people want to be seen. They really, really want to be seen. We all do.
Yeah.
And that
I like that answer.
Special part of you that not too many people know, you know. It's fun to say, haha, this is the real me.
You will. So this made, I don't know. I don't care if it sounds narcissistic. I'm a fucking dominatrix. So there's a lot of people who I'll put a cage on and who have told me, I wish there was someone I could tell that Nicco Noire put a cage on my cock. And I wish there was someone you could tell too, because fuck, maybe you know they need a dominatrix.
I wear my chastity cage with pride. No, seriously. Part of the romance of it is having a key holder. Is having, you know, and in my world, my narrative that, you know, the key holder loves my cock so much they want to keep it for themselves.
Nick, I've got to introduce you to the Norwegian. He romanticizes chastity as well, and it's something that, you know, it's a different approach to chastity than I'm personally used to, because I come from a much more hellfire and brimstone approach of things. And he is a much softer, gentler soul, and he has a more romanticized view of chastity. And it's something that I have learned to embrace, as opposed to be like, not so much. I mean, I'm still like, but I've also, I've embraced the sweetness of and the sincerity, and it's kind of like wearing a promise ring, isn't it? Oh, I promise. Yeah. Oh, do you?
I remember. I'm not going to mention any names. But
no names.
I was at a dungeon. No names. I was at a dungeon, and there was a friend of mine who I know. Now I know, but at the time I didn't. And he was just standing there alone with his caged cock, just exposing himself. And later, it was all night. And he was, I personally think he was waiting for someone to talk to him, to ask him about it. And of course, who talked to him? Me. It turns out there wasn't a keyhole.
What do? Do you walk up and say, "Excuse me, sir"? Couldn't help but notice that your cock and my cock look strikingly similar.
Like when we're like having snacks in the kitchen, with everybody. No, but like what I'm saying is, I think that some people expose themselves for, honestly, romanticism. They hope someone out there will see them and say, "Oh, I understand you. I connect with you. Maybe I can live this lifestyle with you."
Or they're just hardcore into like people looking at their cocks.
Yeah.
Look at my cock. They're the people that send you the cock picture, the cock pics, and they're like, "Hey, how are you doing? My name's Brian. I'm 32. I work in accounting. I really like Nirvana, and I'd really like to get into a female-led relationship. And by the way, here's my big fat cock." Yeah.
Yep.
Kurt
Guess
Cobain
what,
hates your
Brian, you
cock.
fucking asshole? I don't care about your cock or what music you like. And as a matter of fact, I didn't need this email. You're not
Kurt
helping
Cobain
me.
hates your cock. Yeah, all of Nirvana.
Yeah,
hates
he
your
blew
cock.
his fucking
I'm sure
head
there's
off
a
because
song.
of it.
Now,
All
one
right,
of
we got
Anyhow, I
Here
have
we
to
go.
pee, Nick.
All right, we're going. Bye, everybody. Happy Locktober, everybody.
Yes,
And
happy
how
Locktober.
can people get in touch?
Happy
with you?
Locktober.
Happy
Oh,
Locktober,
yes.
guys.
If you want to get in touch with me or go to NiccoNoire.com and there you will find all of the links to my social media and you will find directions on how to book an in-life person session with me. And having said that, you guys, I love you so much. I have got to bounce because literally I have to pee.
Bye, Nico.
So,
Love you.
bye.
Love you, Nico.
Bye.
Starla, how can we get in touch with you?
I have an OnlyFans that I'm making again. I make a little video every day, talking to people in chastity. So please subscribe. Show me some love.
Yeah, the chastity
I'm-
specific OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And
tell
who
us
am I
about
on there?
that.
I'm Goddess Starla, and I'm on X, Goddess Starla Vamp. And if you want to see my videos, I have so many fucking videos all over the internet. Just Google Goddess Starla. You'll find me everywhere.
It was so nice meeting
I
you.
highly,
Nice to
I
meet you
highly
too.
recommend. There's one. That is a favorite of mine. It's you and a friend, and she has a wig. I think she has a green wig on or something like that. That was.
I think it's pink. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Pink. Yes, pink.
Yes,
That's
yes.
That's very fun.
Yeah, she's
all right.
such a I can't say what her stage name is, but she was a fucking legend in Montreal. I still hear stories about her. Just such a fucking legend. So yeah, I'm happy that that's floating around all over the internet.
Miss Cassidy, how can people? You're getting back into the life now.
Yeah.
It calls you, doesn't it? It gets you. It calls you.
Yeah, well, I was never really gone. I just was completely only focused on my personal stuff. I wasn't seeing. I literally took a whole year off, and I was so grateful that I could. But yeah, you can find me on OnlyFans, Chastity Cream, and on most socials. It's usually like Snap. I think it's Chastity Cream 15. Insta it's Cream Cassidy because I've had so many fucking instas shut down, so we always have to switch around the name and come up with a new variation of it.
Yeah. 01 or space or underscore Cassidy underscore Cream or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Sunshine, are you still there?
I am.
No, she's still there.
I'm really just on FetLife, Sunshine _ music. You can check me out there if you want. Otherwise, Nick knows all my deets.
Are you listed on Nick's profile as his somebody? Like, can I? Because I won't remember. In 5 minutes, I'll forget that you said Sunshine Music, and I'll be like, "What was it?"
Well, let's see. Other than being a friend of his, no, his FetLife is not geared toward me at all.
We could change that.
You have other things to promote, so that's what's on his FetLife. So
gotcha.
Okay.
But if you ask Nick, he'll hit you up again and tell you.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send you everything.
There we go.
15% off. 50% off of offer code YKF. It's Locktober. Serve your queen. With dignity. Serve it with pride. Wear your cage with pride. And hopefully your queen or your mistress or your goddess will throw your keys in the river.
And make a wish.
Make a wish.
Buy books. Reading is great. I have a book called Your Kinky Friends. I have a couple other books too. One is called Chip Black Nail Polish. Go to patreon.com, YKF. Locked in Lust. Whatever. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We have projects galore, yourkinkyfriends.com. Follow me on X, Nicholas Tanek, Nick Tanek, Nicholas Tanek. I'm out there. I'm everywhere. And just support the kink community and let those chastity tears drip. Everybody. Yeah, be cool, be kind, keep an open mind. Great week. Take care.